Good evening, Facebook. Welcome to Convo with Nikki, where I am Nikki. So Convo with Nikki is a platform and a place where I have been able to be transparent, share my life, share my hopes and my dreams, or my expectations, or my letdowns, or my failures, or my greatness, all in one place. Not because I'm also perfect, but ultimately understanding that by me sharing, I am also helping somebody else. I just ask that if you join in, that you share, that you invite others, that you even give topics, give comments. We can even have a complete dialogue, whatever you would like to do. Hey, BFF, Lonnie, I miss you. Y'all just got back off a cruise, so hopefully y'all had a good time. So I'm just hoping that it's able to be a tool to be able to help others. Is that my baby? Shania, why you not? Can you come cook dinner? Can you come back home so you can cook dinner? Hey, Terry. A place where people come, feel comfortable, able to get something from, or even it's a place for you to type, so you even able to pour into others that are on here that may need just some encouragement, motivation, inspiration. Sometimes I get on here and vent. A part of me really want to get on here and vent today. And so I'm just trying to see, it has to be a bigger picture. And so I definitely want to make sure, and this is me being open, honest, that sometimes we endure things and we go through stuff. Hey, sis, Cuppy, that we go through things, and social media becomes the first place that we go to kind of like regurgitate everything. Like, social media can be a blessing and a curse all at the same time. And so, maybe I am going to talk about that a little bit. So, I think that social media is great for a lot of things, like stuff like this, where you're deciding that I'm going to use this moment to help somebody, inspire somebody, motivate somebody, push somebody to a place. Then there are times and places where you have regurgitated so much that you've let people in to a dark place, and then there's judgment. And so we just have to be careful of how we use social media, especially, hey, Nisi Poo, especially if we're going to be especially if my goal is to help lift up. But I also understand when you get so frustrated, you get to a place where you've seen something, someone has came for you, hurt you, and you just need a moment to just kind of like type. And I get it. And I don't want people to think that I don't get that process, or I've never endured that process, when I'm literally telling you that I'm talking myself through that process as we're right now. I just think that we have to be able to respect people and their opinion when they get on social media. Social media is a platform for entertainment, if that's what people want to use it for. It has become some sounding boards from people when it comes to like controversy or hard things and hard topics. And I get it. I definitely get it. My thing though is, if you see somebody's social media and you don't like what they post, or you're offended, or you're frustrated, everything does not require a response. Okay, so maybe that's what God's saying to me. I don't have to respond to everything, whether it's positive or negative. Yes, I do. I love where God has placed me when it comes to being able to speak and people listen. And so I'm super careful with my words, but this is a great example of me understanding my gift and still being a babe in it, to make sure that it's seasoned with salt when I come out. Because it's real. I want to be super real. Like, I'm super transparent with my life. I am. But I also understand the cost when my words come across, which is another hard thing. It may sound like I'm double talking. It may sound like I don't really understand, but I need you to kind of get this, that everybody is not intended to be a part of your life. And that social media does not, just because it's accessible, mean that you have to access it. Hopefully this is helping. So just because it's accessible does not mean you have to access it. And so I'm talking to y'all, but I'm literally helping. Y'all don't understand. I am helping myself, honey, because I want to. Sometimes you just want to put somebody to the side and just say, baby, it is not that serious. And if you have thought, or you believe that my life is my social media page, then you have lost your mind. But some people live there, exist there, and have nothing else but social media. There's a reality to my life outside of a post. I like a post. A post resonates to me. It's something that I enjoy. It's something that it may even be something I don't like, and I'm like, I want to post and talk about it. It's a moment. it's not my end all to be all. And sometimes we kind of have gotten caught in the mix of, because it's accessible and it's a right now and I need a voice and let me say something, that we've picked the wrong things to give our attention to. And so I hope that I'm helping somebody who is sitting down right now and a family member that posted on your page and wrote some under a picture or did anything to you that has got you to a fiery place. Don't allow that person to remove you from where you're trying to get to. So I know that all of us, no one wakes up and expects to be a failure. No one wakes up and says, I don't want better. So I'm going to have a thought process that you want a better for yourself. So sometimes we don't have to respond to everything that's said to us or about us. We can just learn to just be. And sometimes my behaviors are going to speak for themselves. So ultimately you're going to be able to see who I truly am because I didn't respond and you did. Or you're going to continue to have your own thought processes and your opinion of me is not my problem. Oh, that is good to me, honey. Let me tell you something. Your opinion of me is not my problem. Right? If I'm not telling you that we have to go out here and saying, F you, I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care. But if I get so focused and so caught up on what the next person thinks of me, I'm going to miss opportunities to just be me and just be excited about who I am and just be excited about where I'm going. And sometimes we have allowed people to get in our ear and we trust them, or so we say we trust them with their thoughts, or we've let everybody sow a seed and pour into us who have actually been set up to deter us from where we've been trying to go. And so, hey everybody, thank you all for joining. If you've never been on here, this is Convo with Nikki. I apologize for stopping in the middle. Convo with Nikki is a place of transformation. Wow, I don't think I never said it, so that just came out, so it must be meant to be. So it's a place of transparency that causes transformation that leads me to a greater. Ultimately, by me doing so, it's not because I'm oh so perfect, but that I have gotten myself with God to a place of understanding that life is my scars. And I share them not because I like it, but because it's a must in my healing process. So today we're talking about, I'm having a little tangent maybe, but I'm ranting more so with also some tools or a hope for. So I've been talking about responding to social media. And it's funny, hey Mika, because me and one of my girlfriends at work were talking about this today, and it kind of happened to me today. And I really kind of wanted to respond, and then I had to remember that all things don't deserve energy, effort, and time. Because see, if I give it to you, then I've wasted some, right? So if I've wasted it, then I can't get that back. Time is one of the things, honey. Time is one of the things you can't get back. Money, you can spend it. If you got your receipt, you can go get it back. I give you my time. I don't have no receipt. I might got a text message of receipts. I might got a receipt of a phone call. But that time that I have spent and I have wasted on trying to get you to see who I truly am, or I've gotten you to see my perception, or I've gotten you to, or I want you to switch your perception of who I am, is a waste of time when I'm just going to be. And your opinion of me is not my problem. Now, if you want to change it and you want to talk to me, my door is always open. I think that I am, as my sisters say, way too open and I allow people in. I think because I believe in constructive criticism. I'm at a place and at a season where I want to be better. And so I'm open to hear your opinion of me. Listening to it. I don't have to take it and put it in my pocket and walk around with it. I can hear you and I can eat the meat of it and I can spit out the bones of it. Right? Because even in constructive criticism, there's an underlying some truth. And so we have to be able to eat the meat of it and spit the bones out. That don't mean you got to swallow. You don't eat no whole rib. You eat the good part, the fat, the thick, that fat part. And you eat it. You savor it in that moment. And then you leave the bone on the table to go in the trash. So everything that people think of you and every thought process that people may have of you or anything that's posted on social media about you, you don't have to respond to. Now, if it's some underlying truth and because it resonated in you, because you know it's some stuff that you need to work on for you, then do the work. Shift those things and then keep moving. Sometimes we have to be able to understand that there's a thin line between a positive and a negative in your life. It's ultimately up to you to define what that line is. It's ultimately up to you to figure out where you fit in that line, right? Because prime example of words. So when we talk about African American women, a lot of times they'll say, oh, they loud, oh, they got to be heard, they want to be seen. So how come I can't take that out, that what you're saying is loud and in the way, and I can make it be that I'm outspoken and confident. Why I can't change your cocky into my confidence, right? It's a thin line about perception. Perception is the one thing that shifts the definition or shifts the perception of me in both of those words. Confident, a person who, I don't know, I got to teach you on here, look up the words. But confident, ultimately, someone holds their head up, assured of themselves. All positive things. I'm assured, I know who I am. I can stand in it. I understand that. Cocky, rude, abrasive, whatever. And then they think everybody wants them. And they think it's a thought process. Literally, they're kind of the same things. Because a cocky person knows who they are. They stand in it. And they can kind of walk in it. But when society switches those words and make you become one or the other, the concept of you shifts. So be careful of the words that you allow people to use about you, because that then shifts their perception, whether you be positive or negative. So are you confident or are you cocky? Right? Are you assertive or are you aggressive? They sound alike. Two totally different people. An assertive person has an ability to stand in their words, use I messages, speak up for themselves, stand firm in who they are, and not offend the other person. Aggression comes to offend the other person and get you to understand their point. Period, point blank. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to understand their point in aggression. You just have to listen. And aggression, you don't got to listen. They're going to follow you. So am I assertive or am I going to be aggressive? Two totally different things. Right? And so the condemnation of the negativity and positivity is in the perception of the person who sees you acting or behaving in those type of ways. My opinion, your opinion of me is not my business. However, what I put out, understand that people are going to see and perceive it to be a way. So if you don't like what people are saying about you, and if 10 people saw you and 8 people said a thing, then there's some underlying truth. Eat the meat of it and spit out the bones. Find out what the main thing is and focus on that, build on it, and then continue to push. Because we do have to be able to hear constructive criticisms about ourselves for us to get to our next levels, for us to get to that next place. Because if you stay the same way, you'll continue to be where you are. I hope I'm helping. We were talking about earlier about social media, and the fact that it's accessible doesn't mean I have to access it. It's right at our hands. It's at our fingertips. It's social media. I'm on it. I use it as a platform, hopefully to help somebody. Some people don't use it for that. Some people use it to beat down, tear down, disgrace, demean. And for those people, I'm sorry for y'all. For those of us who are using it for this platform, it's great. For those who use it for entertainment and a makeup tutorial, great. For those who use it to take over my kid's life, what are the babies? Adorable Attitudes and CJ, whoever. Great. You've learned how to make this space work for you. But we have had in our mindset, we have to have a shift of what's important to us. And because it's accessible doesn't mean we have to access it. Because as easily as I could respond to the negativity, because I'm telling you it's easy. And I hope I'm helping somebody and helping myself in this moment. Because social media can get you to a place where you can kind of look and say, so this all you had to do today? So my page was the only page you decided to get on today? So you ain't see no other pictures you could talk about today? You couldn't just like the post. You had to write something on the post. And I get that. But do we have to respond negatively that we've created a chain of 42 comments for somebody who actually responded? You can pick up the phone. If it's that serious, at some point we have to adult and decide where our battles lie. Right? So do I pick up my phone and have a conversation with you? Because most of the people who have something to say to you are usually people who know your phone number. So do I pick up the phone and I address you and I deal? Or do I see what you're trying to say? I look at myself for real in the mirror and I say, girl, does it make sense? Does it apply? Okay, this part apply. This part was kind of shade. Let's fix the stuff that apply. That's growth. Right? So then you use the thing that could have been a downfall, a moment of frustration and piss poor conversation. Or do I use this thing to be the thing that gets me to my greater? I'm going to decide to use it to get me to my greater. So I got on here to give some tools that I'm going to actually have to use. That's what Convo with Nikki is. Convo with Nikki is me being completely transparent because I endure processes. I endure hard stuff. I am faced with the same stuff that you're faced with, and I get through it. Not because I'm perfect, but because I understand that I got to get through it because it's next level. And everything that we want to do in life, when we're understanding we want to go to a place, we have to realize that in going to a place, we're going to go to some bigger adversities. You know, my son is in here playing, I think he's playing GTA or something. He playing some game. They only play the game on Wednesdays during the school year. So he playing the game. And the ultimate goal, I'm thinking, I don't really know what the ultimate goal of that is. Let's use Fortnite. I think the ultimate goal is to build something to get to the next level. But as you continue to go to each level brings a new adversity. Each level brings a bigger demon. If we was playing Mortal Kombat, each level brought another fighter that was greater than the level before. So we have to understand that in this level, okay, I'm helping me, honey. In this level of me trying to get to another place, that the demon is going to come bigger. So I have to be prepared to deal with the bigger. I can't get so focused on why they coming after me or why they attacking me when I understood that what I said was I wanted more. So in your wanting more, understand that in the next level, the demon does not get the thing that you have to fight does not grow smaller. It grows bigger. You just have to plant your feet harder. You got to change your stance and be prepared for when it comes. Understand and know that it's going to come. And when it comes, baby, be ready. Be ready to give them your reality of, I'm not her. That's your opinion of me. That's what you think. That's your perception. And this is who I am. And once you can stand, once you plant feet down. See, I'm not really talking about a fight. Some of y'all thought I was going to say swing. I'm talking about when you get in a real fighting stance, your back is a certain type of way, one of your feet is in front of the other, and you ready. Know that when you've asked for next level, when you ask for God to send you to a place, when you've asked for your boss to allow you to a next step, that you also said, I'm ready for the bigger things that come in that position. I understand that you're saying, I'm ready for the adversity that comes when you give me this title. I'm ready for the platform. So I'm ready to actually maybe fall and get back up and stand firm in it because this is what I've asked for. Next level is going to require you to shift your thought process and your perception of constructive criticism. And that every criticism that comes does not mean that it's applicable. But if it's a moment that you have to look yourself square in the mirror and say, is there some truth? Then it's up to you to fix it. Not for them, but for you, because you asked to go to the next level. And at the next level, it's going to require you to be able to look yourself in the face and look at your hard stuff. It's going to require you to look yourself in the face and smile at your crooked stuff. I didn't say you had to enjoy it. I said you had to be able to look her in the face and love her there to get her to where you want her to be. Because if you don't like her or love her in that place, you won't be able to support her and push her past anything hard when she gets to next level. So at this place, at this time, in this season, be able to say, I can take it. Because I know I'm going somewhere else. And if this little teeny giant can disturb and rock me like this, then what am I going to do when a giant is 6 foot tall and I'm 5 foot? You'll fail. But if at this point of a 3 foot giant on a social media post, at this place of a 3 foot giant in your email, at this place at a 3 foot giant that's at your church, right? At this place, if a 3 foot giant is on your job, somebody who is saying to you that you're not enough, somebody who's saying to you that you're less than what you believe yourself to be, someone who says you're not qualified, you don't have enough to be in this place, to the same person who looks when you move up and trying to understand how you got there. In this place, you have to be able to look that thing in the face and say, no, I was meant for this, assertively. No, I was meant for this, confidently. Not with aggression, not with cockiness, but be able to leave your feet planted in your assertiveness and in your confidence that you deserve everything that you're getting at the next level. So I'm hoping that this has helped. I hope, because it's helping. A lot of times I need y'all to remember that I get on here literally probably to talk to myself in the mirror with an expectation that I'm going to help somebody else. Because a lot of times we literally are dealing with the same stuff. Maybe different times. It may look a little different, shaped a little different, but the beasts are usually the same. So it's kind of up to us what we're going to do with it and how we handle it. A lot of times we endure stuff and we forget the process, or we go through the process and don't want to share because we oh so strong and I ain't need nobody. I came through it all by myself. When the reality is, somebody else is enduring it and they wish they had a something or someone that could tell them how to face it. And so that's what Convo with Nikki is. So I hope that you all share, tag, invite somebody to join. And then talk about what you get out of it. So today, I'm not, I'm not over, but I just want people to understand and kind of grasp the concept of Convo with Nikki. It's not, oh, look at Nikki on here, oh, Nicole on here talking again. Because some people look at it that way. And for them, I'm sorry. But I've grown. If you go back and look at Convo with Nikki before to Convo with Nikki now, it's a little different. Those who follow me for a long time, I appreciate you. Those who are just coming on, welcome. But I need us to get our thought processes shifted. And I'm saying us. I don't disclude myself when I talk. I include me because I have an understanding that I'm not everywhere I need to be. Right? I'm on my way and I'm getting there, and it's a process, and I respect it. But it is ultimately a process. No great thing happens without process. A baby takes 9 months to get to a place. The process of it coming out is crazy. But once you see what the end result is, it's beautiful. So we have to remember, and that process is 9 months for it to get there. It don't just wake up and show up. Miraculously, it goes through a process. And so for us to get to the next level, we have to understand that there's a process and there's some hard things. And before we can push in that baby crown, we got to get to a hard place. There's a moment in birthing that a mom could die. Imagine your next level. In order for you to get there, there's a process that you're going to have to endure, and it's going to cost you something. I'm not necessarily telling you your life, but to get to a great thing, it's going to cost you something. Are you willing to pay the cost? Are you willing to avoid the social media posts? Are you willing to avoid the negativity or the attacks? Are you willing to avoid the things that you were used to responding to? That the old you will respond to. If you want somebody to respect you in your new, right? You've worked hard to get yourself to a place. You've worked hard to change and to shift. Then you cannot respond like old yet. You can't respond to conflict the way you did before and then expect for people to understand that you're growing. You can't respond to negativity the way you used to and then want people to see your positivity when they only can remember the Nikki. Right? So one of my sisters texted me the other day. I told her about my great news, and I haven't shared it with you guys yet, and I will. But I want to make sure it's okay to share. But I ended up telling her because I was so excited and I was inviting her to come and see or whatever. In short, her post was, those who knew Nikki have no idea of the evolution of Nicole. That's probably going to be a book. I just kind of came up with that, this week. Anyways, but Nikki, she endured a thing. And that's why I like Convo with Nikki. Because see, Nikki is able to be transparent and have this moment with you and be able to kind of like give you my real. That I really wanted to like go in today. And I made a choice because Nicole has evolved. Nicole has butterfly seasoned. You know what I mean? Like Nicole is ultimately, and I know that people watch. And not that you have to do everything because of the people that watch, but because you want to make impact. And that's my goal. My heart beats so that women can understand that we don't have to be who we used to be. We can be where we want to be. But I can't effectively, truly do that if I continue to be Nikki. If I continue to go all the way back to her. Right? She has to exist because she's a part of me. She doesn't have to be my end-all, be-all to every response in my life. And as long as I continue to allow her to be the responder, no one will ever be able to see the greatness Nicole has. No one will ever be able to see the greatness that Nicole resides. Or the platform that God is taking Nicole to, because they'll forever want to know who Nikki was. And yeah, you can know her because I share her. But she is not me. I let her be at my own regard, at my own restriction. And it may sound crazy that I'm talking to you that I have two people that reside, but we all got a nickname that people that used to know us back then want to hold us accountable to. And so it's up to us to show the different so that the two can reside in the same place and ultimately they can see the new you at the same time. But we got to do that work. It's not easy. Do you know what type of control you have to not respond to? Negativity is easy. To respond negatively to somebody, babe, that's the easiest thing in the world. You want me to tell you why? Because it's immediate. It's the first thing that pops in our mind. Negativity is easy. To be able to still take that same person and get them to understand that I am not her. God called me to be something greater. And I'm walking in her. And you're going to respect her. You're going to understand her. You don't got to like her. But you will respect her. Without my aggression. Without my cockiness. But there still is a boldness that resides there. There's still a I am there. There's still that all is wrapped up in a peace. Right? That a peace that surpasses all understanding. Right? That I am who I am, not because of what you say, not because of your opinion, but because this was the life that was chosen for me. It's a big difference when you start viewing your life and the perception of your own and understanding that their opinion, although you hear it, is not your own. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to own that. It's not my job to own your opinion. You're entitled. You can have it. Everybody's entitled to opinion. I think we miss that. We miss that their opinion is okay. It's okay for you to have a thought process. Great. Understood. And for some of us that are at a place where we can handle it, it's even okay for us to hear their opinion of us. It's even okay for us to hear it, eat the meat of it, and spit the bone out of it. Because everything isn't meant for your good. But in order to get to the next level where you want to be, where you see yourself, where you've been called to, where you understand your purpose is, where you know your passion lies, where you know your destiny is, to get there, you're going to have to face something greater than positivity. So plant your feet firm. Stand in your confidence. And assertively tell the thing that you're fighting against, you won't win here. Because you're called to be great. Because you said so, not me. Only you know the vision and the anticipation of where your life is supposed to be. But it's going to require some work. It's going to require some superpowers. A strength of, I don't have to respond because you're accessible to me. I don't have to access what's accessible because it will hinder where I'm trying to grow to. And when you realize that the growth is the greater thing, the push off of the negativity will be easy. So the avoidance of me responding to your negative will then mean that I've grown. And we have to realize that growth doesn't happen, I'm 2 feet, now I'm 8 feet. No, I'm 2 feet. Now I'm 2 feet 1 inch. No, I'm 2 feet and a half inch. It's growth. Even in that, and then be able to celebrate yourself in that. I'm proud of myself I didn't respond. I could. Because I know that phone number. But then I've given you time that I'll never be able to get back. So what did I do? I took the thing that could have been my negative for my night. I created a place and a platform to share it, to get over it, to help somebody else get through it. So not only did I make good use of my time, I've helped somebody else in a process, and I've avoided conflict. I'm having a good night. And I did it all with making a decision to not allow somebody else to control my time. To allow somebody else to not take control of who I am and how I respond. To not degrade my process of growing to a greater and a better me. And I celebrate myself. So now I am 2.5 feet tall. But my reality is that's a growth moment for me. Did I yell when I first saw it? Wanted to probably ask the fool. What are you going to do with your social media? What are you going to do with your time? Are you going to take your time and curse your employee out? Cuss your coworker out? Cuss the dude on the street out? Cuss the homeboy on the corner out? Are you going to take your time and go flip your own money? Go figure out how to find you another job if you don't like the employer. Use your time that you would have invested in giving them the satisfaction of having your time and make wise use of it. Everybody's platform is not to talk like it is for me. Everybody's platform is not to share their life as mine is. But what is it that you're supposed to do with the negative energy to make it positive? so that it does not consume you, so that it doesn't change your whole day, so that it does not get you to a place where you're angry for 24 hours. What are you going to do with it? Because what we have to realize is that when we have given someone that much control, we've given them that much time, we've also given them power over our lives. So now we've created them to be bigger giants than they ultimately were, and we're the ones that gave them the power to be that big of a giant. Nope. Not anymore. Not today. I will not allow you to have a superpower to control how my evening goes. So I'll take it, I'll shift it, and I'll make it be what I need it to be for me. It's hard. And I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy. I'm not telling you that what I'm doing is easy. I'm saying I had to grow here. But if we want different results and outcomes, then we have to do something different. If we're trying to figure out why we stuck at a place while we're getting the same results, then we got to go and look at how we handling things. And if we're handling them the same way we did before, and we didn't change anything in the process, that's insanity. To do the same thing and then expect a different result. Insanity. So if you want to continue to be insane, then continue to do that. But if you want something different, then do something different. Be the person that you see yourself being next year. Be her. Exist in him. Understand him. Like, be like, oh, because we have to process. I'm going to work on my attitude. It's going to take me a while. I'm going to get there. I'm going to work on my temper. It's going to take me some time. I'm going to get there. I'm going to work on my eating habits. It's going to take me some time. I'm going to get there. When you got today to do it. We got this right now moment for you to shift and make it be whatever it is you need it to be. Be that person. Be that person you want to be in 30 days. In this moment, and see what happens. Because once you become that person, then it's up to you. You can maintain the person. Show up. Show up. Sound easy. I'm not telling you it's easy. I'm telling you it's hard as hell, as a matter of fact. That's what I'm telling you. That it's a process to get there. But what I'm also telling you, baby, is that it's worth the process. It's worth, like, I'm actually satisfied in this place. I didn't think I would be. I actually thought I was going to get on here and be real mad. I really was going to go another way with this. To be honest, if you did not hear us from the beginning, go back and listen. Because I literally came on here kind of with attitude. But I really literally processed with you guys on here. And so I appreciate you. I appreciate you for allowing me to share, be frustrated in this moment, regurgitate everything I need to say, and then process and play out for me what I do. Yeah, I don't get that time back. So I'm not going to respond to you. And if that's your position to continue to, I don't know, do whatever it is you're doing, fine. And I still won't respond. Because it's not worth it. For me. It's not worth it for my evolution. It's not worth it for my growth. Yeah. It's not. And sometimes we got to have that aha moment with ourselves. Because we get frustrated. And I'm not telling you I don't have a temper. Because, honey, anybody on here that know me, y'all can put on here if I got a temper if you think so. Because I do. I hold it tight. I have a big, big heart. I do. I give the shirt off my back to the last person. But you come across me wrong. And I probably mess you up. God didn't fix that. And I didn't ask him to. But what I will say is, even in that, there's a growth. Right? Even in how I handle things, there's a growth and there's a process. So I don't want anybody to leave here thinking that I'm saying to you, allow people to run over you. Allow people to talk down to you. Allow people to change or be able to say anything to you and you take it. Because that's not what I'm saying. And if that is what you got from that, call me so we can talk about it. Because I need you to have a complete understanding of what I'm saying to you. I am saying to you that wherever you're trying to go, people are going to have something to say. And if you do not choose wisely who you have in your ear about who you are, who you trust with an opinion of you, you can become what other people say when that was never the intended thing for you. So be careful of who you have in your ear. Be careful of who you listen to. Be careful of who you let speak over you. Because they're, whatever they say, you could become. Because there's a power that lies in your tongue. And in theirs. So be careful. And then understand you don't have control of people's opinions. However, if you listen and there's an underlying truth once you look yourself in the mirror, then do the work to shift it. Eat the meat of what they say. Spit out the bones of what they say. Shift it. And if you want to, and this is when you're truly grown, you can go back and say, I appreciate what you said. I agree with this. And thank you. And walk away. That's when you truly grown. I ain't got there yet. But that's a sure enough growth process of, you know what, you was right about this. And be specific. Be specific so that you have an understanding and they have a clear understanding. I can understand, you can see me to be this way. And I thank you. As you walk away and you work on being a better you. It's work. Next level is work. I don't care what level you're on. Next level is work. If you think that Oprah is not at home doing some work, you have lost your mind. Her house may be a little bigger than mine. Just a little bit. Her cars may be a little nicer than mine. Just a little bit. But I can bet you my bottom dollar she has a next level thought process. Because once you stop thinking next level, you have died. Once you stop thinking of the next thing, you're lost. Once you consider and that you've gotten to where you need to be, you've lost your drive and you need to get it back. So to get to next level, you're going to need constructive criticism. My goal right now is to figure out how what I do for a passion of my heart can make room for me to be financially stable for my family. That's my goal right now. That's my that's my focus right now. It's up to me to figure out next level. And at next level, where I'm trying to go, there's going to be another demon there. So I definitely got to grow about 3 more feet. Because the demons I'm prepared to attack, the things that are prepared to come against me, because I want so big, they got to come big. And I'm ready. Plant my feet a little harder so I don't get so shaky. Get my back a little straight. I need to work on my arm strength. Probably need to get in the gym. Because when I get to next level, I'm going to be prepared. What are you going to do to prepare for your next level? What are you willing to fight up against? What are you willing to sacrifice? Because next level is going to require a sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice to get to where you say you want to be? And in that sacrifice, what are you willing to pay? At what cost do you want to get to what you say you want? I hope this helps. It may have sounded like I was all over the place. And if I was, I apologize. If it helped, I'm grateful. I know it helped me because I needed it. Because as exciting as next level sounds for everybody, as exciting as next level is, as you can see it, the process to get there is just that, a process. And if you can show me a process that's easy, anything that's endured a process, and you show me that it was an easy way for them to get there, send it to me. Put it on here. Send it to my inbox. But no process is easy. Nothing worth having is easy. What your mama used to say, why they gonna buy the cow if they can get the milk for free? If the milk is free, ain't nobody buying no cow. But if they only knew if they bought the cow, they could have the milk forever. Or as long as the cow was alive. Something like that. I hope this helped y'all. Where are you trying to evolve to? What is the evolution of you? So there's a Nikki and there's a Nicole and there's an evolution to get to her. She endured a process to get there. And so I see myself great. And no one can change that. Is that cocky or is that confident? You choose. I hope this helped y'all. I hope y'all have a great night. I will see y'all Friday. My goal is to be on here 3 days a week. I did see something I think I'm going to talk about on Friday. My thought process is that I'm going to talk about forgiving and forgetting. I saw that on here. So hopefully that'll help for Friday. That is going to be the focus. Forgiving and forgetting. Which is, yeah, that's a process all in itself. We're going to talk about that. Hey, Tamara Langhorn. But yeah, that is where we are. I hope this helped. Y'all please share. Y'all invite people to join. I will be doing 10 o'clock at night, only because I think that works for me. My house is usually quiet. Wednesday nights they get to play the game, so the house is not quiet at 10. So I'll probably be in my car on Wednesday nights or somewhere. But we're going to do 10 o'clock. If you have an opinion about a time or something that you think works better, I'm big about support. And so whatever you all think makes sense for you, please share. Please leave a message. If you have topics or things that you would like for me to talk about, know that this is complete opinion in life. So it's either my opinion of a thought process or it's literally what I've lived and I've been through. Doesn't make it right. It means that it means that somebody has got through it. That's all. That everything that you're facing, somebody has gotten through it. Doesn't mean that I die off. I kill myself. I don't want that to be the option. That I go into seclusion. I don't want that to be your option. That is too much that I can bear. I don't want that to be option. Because that was once mine's. Yet I'm here. And so that's what Convo with Nikki is. A transformation of transparency. I like that. That just happened tonight, y'all. So y'all are the first to hear that because that's where it came from. Yeah. Transformation through transparency. Come through with this process I'm just having with y'all tonight. Anyways, thank y'all for listening. Like I said, share, invite people to join. You can share as much as you want. Write comments. Comment on here if it helped, if it didn't, if you need something more, if it's too long. I'd like all of that. I'm here for the constructive criticism. Give it to me. I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all have a great, great night. Go back and watch it again if you need to. Good night, y'all.